Hello from Tarpon Fishing Outfitters, and today we're going to continue about taking your child fishing. But I'm going to start in age groups. Children from around the age of, let's say, 4 or 5 to 12. It's really important that when you take them fishing, that they stay active and they're actually catching fish. If you take a 5-year-old or a 6-year-old fishing and they're not catching fish, crying, and I want to go home. So I'm going to show you some things that your child will catch fish after fish after fish. So we're going to start with, if your child's from the age of, let's say, 4 to 12 years old and they've never fished before, or they're just new at fishing and they haven't caught a lot of fish, we're going to start with one of these little red and white bobbers. The next thing we're going to take is these little gold hooks. So these are really small. It could be by any company. Eagle Claw makes them, Mustad makes them, every company makes them. They're really inexpensive. So you're going to take this really small hook. The idea of this small hook, whatever bites it, including bait, it gets hooked. So now they're catching these fish no matter what the size they are. The next thing you're going to add to that is you might add a little split shot. And the split shot, what it'll do is if the water's deeper, you're going to want to get the bait down. So you put this just above the hook by a few inches, and it'll get that bait all the way down on that little gold hook. And the last thing you're going to get is you can just buy a small frozen pack of squid. And I'm going to turn this around so you can see it. And the reason this is, you can keep in your fridge, you can refreeze it. It's really small pieces. It's easy to cut, and it doesn't make a mess like all the other baits that you would buy. If you can't find squid bids, you can go to any tackle shop and pick up a gulp. What is this? This basically is a really tough bait that you can just cut a little piece of, and you're going to put it on the hook. And now what happens is, you can take some cat food, throw some cat food in the water, and all these fish, bait fish, will come to the hook and bite it. You'll have mangrove snapper, you'll have pinfish, you'll have grunts, you'll have sea bass, you'll have trout. Everything's going to bite that hook. And because the hook's so small, every minute this thing is going to go down and he's going to be catching a fish. More segments on taking a child fishing. Something else that helps when you have a child like 4 or 5 years old is the type of fishing rod that they have. You only need a push button rod, something like this. That's a push button. So it's easy. They can press it and cast it. It makes it really easy. And if you notice, this one has Iron Man on it. So if he was a boy and he was 5 years old, the reason I have a little superhero on it is they're more likely to hold it when there's a superhero that they like with the rod. You can see pictures of the superheroes on the reel. So they're more likely to use it. Your child starts getting like 6 or 7, you can get a saltwater version or a bigger version of those without the character on it. That's a Zepco 33. It's one of the most common. You know how children sometimes they want to use what their parents are using. Your child's 7, whether it's a girl or a boy. You can get a spinning reel like in 1,000 size. That's 1,000. And on this reel, we've actually caught snook that are 28 inches, 27 inches. Some 27-inch redfish. It's plenty of line on there. It's got a strong enough drag. It's exactly like the one you're using, just a little lighter. Continuing education of taking your child fishing. It's a common bond that you can have with your child that you can enjoy and build memories for the rest of your life.
Go ahead. There you go. That's a start. Stop, flip, stop, reel.
Thank you for listening to our videos at Tarpon Fishing Outfitters.